This is why we are called the monsters of the midway. What's up, guys? I'm back with the post-game analysis, the post-game coverage, and man, the Chicago Bears obliterated the Vikings offense by a score of 16-6 last night at Soldier Field. And man, that was complete domination from beginning to end, okay? And when you look at like the situation, right, being down three key players on defense, okay? We had Akeem Hicks out, we had Roquan Smith out, and we had Bilal Nichols out. That's three really huge players right there, especially Akeem Hicks and Roquan Smith. Those are two superstars right there. So going into this game, I wasn't feeling... I knew we were still going to win, but I didn't think we would shut out this team in the manner we did with these players being out. But man, was I proven wrong. I guess I underestimated how dominant and deep our defensive line actually is, because when you have players like Nick Williams, when you have players like Roy Robertson Harris as backups, right? You are in amazing shape, right? Because Nick Williams, what he did out there, man, I was just blown away, right? This guy has like 3 sacks. He's almost close to Khalil Mack. He's a backup defensive tackle. Like, god damn, where did this guy... this guy's blossoming into a really good football player. And also Roy Robertson Harris, he's been good for a while, but he's been showing up all season as well. So to see this depth on this defensive line, it's just amazing. Like, you can't say enough good things about it. When you have a defensive line this deep, going into the playoffs, this is going to be a really big advantage to have, because you can rotate guys in and out. Always have fresh guys, every other play. I was also really impressed by the play of Nick Witkowski, okay? When I heard that Roquan Smith was going to be out, I was kind of panicking a little bit, because I knew that, Nick Witkowski is not the best in coverage, okay? He's known as more of a run stuffer, which I guess for this game, that was perfect for him, because the Vikings are known as a run-first offense, so... to have him out there just stuffing all these runs, getting these amazing tackles, man, that was just phenomenal. And also in coverage, he didn't even look that bad, okay? The Vikings didn't really attack him in the way that a team like the Packers would, so that's kind of the fault of the Vikings. But Nick Witkowski, he looked amazing out there. He was flying. You saw that one play where Dalvin Cook was trying to block Nick Witkowski, and Nick Witkowski completely ran him over, just bulldozed past him. Like it was like a freight train just moving past you. There was nothing Dalvin Cook could do to stop him. This is a grown-ass man, an NFL player getting plowed through by another NFL player. And like, it just seems like we have a totally different breed of humans on this defense, okay? From top to bottom, from starters to backups. Like, we have just amazing, talented, physically dominant football players. Speaking a little bit more about our defense had 6 sacks, so the pressure was there all night long. Kirk Cousins could not do anything at all. His O-line looked like complete shit. Going up against this defense, they really could not block anybody. But also Kirk Cousins was at fault as well, because he was holding on to the ball way too long. He looked like a helpless child out there. He did not look like a quarterback that's being paid $30 million a year. So, he's ridiculously overrated. He had 233 yards and 2 fumbles, which Khalil Mack, man, he's a fumble forcing machine. So, man, totally worth the 2 first-round picks we gave up, but... Kirk Cousins had a horrible night. And when you look at the NFL's leading rushing offense, okay, the Vikings going into this game, they led the NFL in rushing attempts and in rushing yards. They were a run-first offense, and that was clearly working for them. We completely shut them down. Completely. They could not do anything at all. Dalvin Cook had how many yards? He had 35 yards, man. He could not go anywhere. There were no holes to go through. They just looked... The running backs kind of looked slow, to be honest, too. But, it wasn't really their fault, because our defensive line was just in their face immediately, okay? We did, all the players we had on our defensive line, at all times, they were completely keyed in on the run, okay? We had all guys, crashing in, trying to stop the runner. And it was just an amazing sight to see, because all week long, all I heard about was how this amazing Vikings rushing attack was going to run all over us, and with Akeem Hicks being out, we're going to allow a lot of rushing yards, but none of that happened. So even from these backups, right, this amazing play, it forced Kirk Cousins to throw the ball, because the run game was not working. And like I said in my prediction video, if Kirk Cousins is forced to throw the football, he will fail. And I was right about that. Now let's talk about the offense, okay? Because we know the defense is good. We've known that all year, but Man, this offense, when Trubisky went down, first of all, okay, when Trubisky went down in the first quarter after only a couple plays, I was extremely worried. I'm not going to lie, okay? I did not have faith in Chase Daniel, just like a lot of you guys didn't have that faith either. I know Trubisky was not playing at his full potential. I know he was not, the quarterback that we thought he was going to be, but Chase Daniel so far, he looked much worse in the preseason. He looked pretty bad last year as well in that Giants game, so I did not have high hopes for him, but man, he did prove me wrong, okay? He went out there, he did everything he was asked to do. He made the throws he was asked to do. Our offense honestly did look better than it did with Trubisky on that first drive. But does that mean we should keep Chase Daniel in long term? Hell no, okay? Trubisky is still our starter. He did not show us enough to claim the starting job, okay? So some of you crazy guys and gals out there saying that we should start Chase Daniel, shut up about that, okay? That's not going to happen. We saw the same show last year, okay? Chase Daniel, he came in the first game. He performed really good against the Lions, but in the second game, he completely wet the bed. And that can happen again if Trubisky is not healthy. So I'm still praying that Trubisky is going to come back soon because we need Trubisky long term if we want to win a Super Bowl. Chase Daniel is a backup for a reason, okay? He's very, very inconsistent. In this game, yes, he played really good, but you have to also take into account, he wasn't asked to do a whole lot. He did everything he was asked to do, but at the end of the day, the offense only scored 16 points. Chase Daniel had 195 yards for 1 touchdown. And I'm not trying to talk bad on Chase Daniel, okay? I will admit the fact that he did do everything he was asked to do, but again, that wasn't that much. In the second half, we just completely ran the ball over and over again. And there were some throws that he should have honestly made, but again, man, I will admit he looked better than Trubisky on the first drive, but after that, it's a toss-up. And with the way that Matt Nagy was scheming these guys wide open, okay, it looked a lot different than the earlier games where Trubisky had barely anybody open, okay? He did have some horrible misses, but our O-line did play a lot better in this game. Matt Nagy's play calling was a lot better in this game. We will have to see in the next game if Chase Daniel is a starter, how he plays. If he plays amazingly in that game, then maybe we have a conversation, but right now, there's not enough to unseat Trubisky as a starting quarterback. But with all that aside, I love the way our offense played in the first half. We were moving the ball down the field just really easily, it seemed like. And we were controlling the tempo most of all, okay? That's the most important thing. We were controlling the tempo, controlling the time of possession, so our defense does not have to be on the field for so long. And look what happened when our defense does not have to be on the field for so long. They dominate, okay? When in the earlier games, when our offense was having really short drives, when we could not get anything going, anything sustainably going, our defense was on the field for so long and they eventually allowed some points because of that. When they are not on the field, when they only have to be on the field for 2 possessions like they were in this game, they're obviously going to dominate. So I love that our offense was able to control the clock. Get these really long drives going with these short passes and just wasting a lot of clock. I did not like the fact that we only scored 1 touchdown this game because with the way this game was going, this should have honestly been a blowout, okay? This could have been like 30-6 or something because we were moving the ball down the field. We just could not finish the drives with touchdowns. We had like nine points from Eddie Pinheiro. So again, hats off to Eddie Pinheiro, man. He's been amazing for us, playing while hurt as well, but we should have been able to score more than 1 touchdown. Now, we did go super conservative in the second half. That's kind of on Nagy as well because we ran the ball over and over again. We kind of, near the end of the game, we kind of just ran, punted like 2-3 times in a row. So, we did go conservative, but that's understandable because our defense was playing amazing. They could not be scored on, but overall, the offense did do well with Trubisky being out, and they performed above my expectations for, not having their starting quarterback against a defense like this. So all in all, this was an amazing victory by the Chicago Bears with so many key players out to still go in here and get a dominant victory like this, just completely stopping their offense from doing anything productive. That is nothing short of remarkable, so hats off to our entire team. Like I've been saying, this is still a Super Bowl contending team with a defense this good. People have been starting to compare this to the 85 Bears defense. I know some of you old people, hate to make those comparisons, but man, this might be the closest we ever get to that defense because in this passer era where the rules are skewed to favor the offense, man, to do what our defense is doing, that's just amazing. So our defense can win us a Super Bowl this year. We just need the offense to be average. And if we can have that, we are going to win a Super Bowl this year. But that's going to wrap up my video. As always, leave your comments down below. I want to know what you guys have to say about this game, what your reactions were, how good you think this defense actually is. Do you think it's comparable to the 85 Bears defense? Because there could be an argument made so far based on the 4 games we played. So let me know all your opinions down below. Also, subscribe to the channel if you're new, because I come out with Bears content every single week. And follow me on my social medias for more updates. But that is all. What an amazing victory. As always, bear down.